Good morning. I'm at the airport. Time to go to Korea.
So after I wrapped up my internship at Riot Games, I was pretty much unemployed and on the job search for a while, but
They're so real for
I
this.
had a flight booked to Seoul with my family, and this is me enjoying the really long flight that we had. The food was really good. I slept through most of it, and I read all of Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. An incredible book, would highly recommend. But it was storming when we got into the city.
Good morning. It is the first day in Korea. I just got dressed, and it's kind of cold. It's raining, and we didn't pack power outlet adapters because they use like European outlet holes here, and I haven't been able to charge my phone, and I have to get from the airport to Seoul, so hopefully my phone doesn't die. I'm trying to get breakfast with one of my co-interns from Riot, and I think I'll be able to, but it's always kind of scary when you're like, I don't know if I'll be able to like have enough power for something. So I'm gonna get breakfast from the hotel, and then we'll head out. We got soup, eggs, curry, cake. Honestly, it's a slay.
Because we had flown in pretty late in the night, my mom and I stayed at a hotel kind of near the airport the first night, and then immediately in the morning I hopped on a coach bus that took me to the train station. And oh my god, the public transportation in Seoul is so much better than in America. I was shocked. I was genuinely just mortified that I had lived a life without knowing that public transportation could be so well done. So in this clip, I'm explaining that I'm taking the train from the airport into Seoul and that I took the express train, so it took around 40 minutes, but you literally can't hear anything that I'm saying. But it seems like I got through half of Conversations with Friends on the airplane, not the whole thing like I thought, but this is me in the midst of reading it.
This is Jonathan. We're in Seoul. We're going to that cafe area.
That was my co-intern Jonathan. We had lunch and caught up and freaked out about the fact that we were working remotely together but now saw each other halfway across the world, and then I left him and went to go into a 7-Eleven and try to find my way towards the actual hotel.
I went to the 7-Eleven and I got me some dried fish, I believe. I get this all the time at, oh my god, I found a Paris baguette. Holy moly. Okay, the Paris baguette did not have much, so I'm going to head to the hotel.
I found my way to the hotel and dropped off my bags, but it wasn't actually time to check in yet, so I decided to wander around the city. Mind you, I did not have a SIM card at this point. I did not have Wi-Fi on me. I more or less had no way of contacting anyone, but figured out how to hop on a bus, and there was a protest happening.
I managed to get off the bus. There was some sort of gathering happening. I'm not sure if it was a protest or like a celebration. I think the PC Bong might be located in this mall. I'm not entirely sure.
I found out that there was a Riot PC Bong in the middle of Seoul, and decided that would be the perfect way to spend my travels in a computer room. But it was in the middle of a sort of like smallish outlet mall type deal, so I had to make my way up escalators, and it was pretty clear when I found the gamers. Using the PC Bong was pretty easy. I filled out a form and paid a couple bucks, I think, for like however long I wanted to stay, but it didn't cross my mind that everything would be in Korean.
Okay, I've logged into the computer, but I cannot read anything. Looks like you can get drinks. I'm just gonna close this. I really just want to play some ball.
And my North American servers wouldn't be applicable to log into in Korea. So I didn't actually play much. But it was still a cool experience after I got a little bit stressed and scared that I didn't know where I was and didn't achieve the one thing that I had set out to do. I left. And then I walked across the street to a big old bookstore with a lot of different sections in it, and the regret of not buying the squishy that I wanted. But it was really nice to be amongst books. It felt like home. So a fun fact is that I actually did get lost on my way back to the hotel, but I did reunite with my family, and my mom gave me a little rice cake.
What cake is this? Is it coconut?
That she explained was for weddings, but I hadn't tried it before.
When you get married, you have to bring some cake to the bride's house. Some bride parent ask for those, and then you have to make sure that you have enough so that you can share with your family. Here, đừng bỏ lên giường, nó sticky cái giường em. And don't let this jump to the floor, okay?
Little did my mom know that I had just spent the last hour rummaging through the streets, not knowing where I was.
Why is it crunchy?
In perpetual rain.
It's crunchy and squishy.
So this really was the only thing keeping me
I
alive.
don't think I like the crunchy. Is there bean? Yummy.
We met up with my mom's cousins who had flown out to Seoul a couple days before us to kind of go on their own little trip, and we had Korean barbecue. This was also my first time having soju with the fam, which is an experience, but it was fine.
Looks so scrumptious.
Boy, oh boy, was it freezing when we were here, but we still wanted to get a special little treat post dinner, so walked into a little bakery, got some cake, and cartoon time.
Sleep time.
Day 2. I feel like I should rewash my bangs. But day 2, new hotel. Spent some of it yesterday with my family. Spent some of it with my co-intern. Spent some of it roaming around in the freezing rain and cold, being a little bit, honestly, disoriented. However, this is the fit. We've got this.
Convenience store này nè.
It's another day in Seoul.
There are so many convenience stores around Seoul. Holy moly, these things are the best. They have absolutely everything. Bread, drinks. I got a little lychee drink. Like, these are great. Wish we had them in America. I also saw a couple digital billboards for mochi donuts at Dunkin' Donuts, and I was like, well, I want one. So we walked into some corporate building that happened to have a Dunkin' in it, and I got one, and it was scrumptious. I wouldn't get it again, but I'm glad I tried it.
We are in another 7-Eleven. I'm getting this. On top of a hill.
The itinerary for today was to go to the traditional village. So we meandered our way around the streets via bus, via foot. Lovely little stroll. Eventually reached the top of a big hill and found the village. But I think we came in through the back entrance because everyone was going the opposite way as us. So we had to go all the way back to the beginning where I rented a dress and got to frolic more.
This one? Oh. Yes. Pretty. Use this one? Okay. We are done taking photos of me in this dress. Traditional dress in the village. The old lady dressed me. She chose a color for me. And this is the color she chose.